Well, hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. Today I'm excited to bring you a step by step guide on how to set up your own company in the picturesque country of Croatia. So grab a cup of coffee and let's dive right into this exciting venture together. Well, starting a business in Croatia as a foreigner may seem daunting, but it's actually a straightforward process. So, first you will need to obtain a Croatian identification number, and for more info on that one, check video tutorial I already made. So then you will need to register your company with the Croatian Commercial Court and obtain any necessary licenses and permits. It's also important to familiarize yourself with the country tax laws and regulations to ensure compliance. So, with the right preparation and guidance, starting by business in Croatia can be rewarding and profitable endeavor. But first of all, let's make clear what options you have as a foreigner. So, as a foreigner, there are several businesses type options you can choose from when starting a business in Croatia. The most common types of companies in Croatia are sole proprietorship or JDOO. This is a business structure where you are the sole owner and responsible for all aspects of the business. So this is a popular option for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Then you have a limited liability company or DOO. This is a company structure where the liability of the owners is limited to the amount of their investment, and this is a popular option for small and medium-sized businesses. Then you have joint stock company or DD. It's a company structure where ownership is divided into shares and shareholders are not personally liable for the company's debts. This is a popular option for quite larger businesses. And the fourth one is the branch office. This is a business structure where a foreign company establishes a branch office in Croatia, and the branch office is not a separate legal entity but rather an extension of the foreign company. So opening a company in Croatia involves several steps and requirements. Here are the general steps to open a limited liability company DOO as the most common one. So this first task you can do wherever on your couch and dreaming about it in the garden and stuff like that. It's about determining the company's name. So the first step is to choose a name for your company. Before registering your company, you should check whether the name you wanted to give your company is available, meaning not already registered with the Croatian Commercial Court. If you wish, you can make a name reservation at that moment, and to reserve a company name, you must fill out the form, print it into copies, sign it, and pay the court fee. The proposer, that is the future owner of the company, must have a NOIB at that moment. So one application and payment of the fee refers to the reservation of one company name, and if the name is in one of the official languages of the European Union, when reserving the name, it is necessary to submit a copy of the first page of the dictionary and a copy of the page with the words meaning in Croatian. The commercial court checks the application for the reservation of the company's name within 3 days, and if it meets all the legal criteria, it implements it. The reserved name of the company is visible on the sudregpravosuđe.hr portal and it's valid for 30 days. And if an application for registration of the company, the court register, is not submitted within the 30 days, the reserved name of the company is deleted. Choosing a name can be really complicated because the words that contain the company name should have a meaning in the Croatian dictionary or the dictionary of some of the European Union countries. So think carefully about the names and propose to the notary public those that you believe will suit your company, but also that will be approved by the commercial court. So then you need to come by the computer and choose your company activities. You can enter as many activities as you want, the price is the same, but subsequent addition of activities is charged. And it is always good to check the activities for which you want to be registered, and you can find the entire list of activities on the NKD list and consult with the notary public afterwards. The notary public will have reliable information for which activities you can register, and in Croatia, NKD djelatnosti refers to the Croatian classification of economic activities, which is a system used to classify business activities based on their economic function. The NKD system is similar to the international standard industrial classification of all economic activities, but with some variation specific to Croatia. So this NKD system is used by the Croatian Bureau of Statistics to collect and analyze data on economic activity in the country, and is also used by businesses for various administrative purposes, such as registering for taxes and obtaining permits and licenses. The NKD system is organized into sections, divisions, groups, and classes, with each level providing more detailed information about the specific economic activities included. For example, you have section A that includes agriculture, forestry, fishing, and then you have division 01 for crop and animal production, then 011 growing of non-perennial crops, and then 01.11 growing of cereals, for example. So that's about NKD and activities that your company can do. You need to choose that before you go to the public notary. I recommend you to do that. Like that. So third step is to go to the notary public with all the documents you have. The application for registration in the court register together with its attachment should be certified by a notary public. Founders should bring an identity card and passport, which is mandatory for founders who are foreign citizens, of course. And all founders and all persons whose signatures are needed to be certified must be present at the notary's office at that point, so procurista, director, and whoever you have. Okay, when registering your company, you also must register your business address. That business address can also be in the rented space. You just need to have a rental agreement to use the space. And if you want to have a company registered at home, you need to draw up a lease agreement with yourself or the owner of the property, for example, your resident husband or wife. After you have all of that, the notary public will prepare a stack, more than 10 of papers for signature, and he will prepare the company articles of association, which is a legal document that outlines the company's purpose, structure, and rules. You can draft this document yourself or seek the assistance of a lawyer or accountant, but usually they make it a public notary office for you. He will also obtain a founding act, a legal document that confirms the establishment of the company, as well as many other little documents, which doesn't make sense now to tell you all about. Okay, the fourth office you need to go is FINA, Financial Agency. So after you've done everything at the notary, it's time to register the company with the commercial court. You will need to register the company with the commercial court in the location where the company will have its registered office, the address. The registration process involves submitting the founding act, articles of association, and everything that notary gave you actually. And for that, you go to financial agency FINA, and they have this office called Hitro Hire, where the staff will help you with the papers and the payment of the share capital. The minimum share capital required is approximately 1,350 euros for DOO or 1.5 euro for JDOO, but more about that later. Okay. There are also additional costs that need to be paid, so you need to take around 2,700 euro with you. The basic capital is paid into a temporary account, which will then be paid to your business account after you open it. A few days after you submit all the papers to FINA, you will be invited, again by FINA, to come pick up the original document on the establishment of the company. Some notaries within their service go there and submit that documentation on your behalf, but it depends. At the Hitro HR or FINA service counter, documents are submitted for obtaining also the notification on the classification of a business entity according to the NKD, which will include your company OIP too. Oh yes. And while in FINA, please don't forget to register in the Register of Real Owners, and you will need a document that approves you are the owner of the company, and many banks are actually asking for it when you are opening the bank account. So don't forget to get that one too, or whoever is doing that for you to mention that. Definitely. Okay, now you're all set up, you have all the originals, and now it's time to make a stamp. Although you can do almost anything without the stamp, it's really necessary to make one, and the stamp must contain the company name and OIP. And it's a short step, it costs around 20 euros, something like that, it depends about the size and stuff. Opening bank account is next step. For foreigners, as the owners, this can be quite tricky depending about the bank, especially if you're not from EU countries, and so choose the bank that suits you best and which is around the region where you are going to be. After just a few days, you will have your basic capital in your account that comes from FINA. Okay, and now with all of this, you need to choose your accountant if you already, and go to them with all the papers to register you for pension, health and tax office. If your company will be engaged in activities subject to value added tax, you will need to register for VAT with the Croatian tax administration also. Okay, this is pretty much it, and you need maybe to obtain other necessary permits and licenses depending of your nature of your company and what activities you have. That's it for today's video on how to start a business in Croatia. Hope you find it useful and informative. And remember, starting a business is never easy, but with the right mindset, preparation and knowledge of the legal requirements, you can make it happen. And Croatia is a beautiful country with a welcoming business environment, and I encourage you to consider it as a potential location for your business. And thanks for watching. And if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And wherever you are in the world, good luck and stay safe. Bye.